Alright, talk about reactive targets, homemade targets. This is a couple that I made. Me and my son-in-law actually made these. I shouldn't take credit for him. He did most of the work. And what we did is we took some steel bar, and this came off a tractor, some kind of belt thing. But you can use rebar too, it works just fine. Rebar is pretty soft. All these are made by rebar here because they were the easiest to bend. Just took a cutting torch, heated it up really good so it got red hot, bent it over itself, slid it on the bar, welded washers in between so it wouldn't go anywhere. And the back of these steel plates, which put a real big fat bead of weld, blended the metal there on these steel plates. And you can see here, not very thick, not sure the diameter, but you know, 1/16 of an inch thick or whatever. And this is for the 22 rimfire. This is a blast to shoot, especially with your kids if you're starting out. And you can make one next to nothing. You can make the whole thing out of rebar. And rebar is pretty cheap. A lot of places it's even free. Construction yards, stuff like that. They have some bent up, really gnarly pieces they'll sell to you. You can put something together like this over the weekend with a cutting torch, some washers, plate of steel, and some rebar, and a welder, of course. But you can build something like that in an hour or two, probably less if you want to hurry on it. And then this one right here, same thing, with thicker rebar, and we built some kind of crazy pyramid design shape here. And this right here went for the anchoring posts. We had posts that went down to the ground, but we decided we really didn't need them unless we're shooting something really heavy like a 45-70 at it. But this target here is a reactive target. It's steel, and I love steel. I love shooting steel. And when you bang on this with a bullet, you know, 200, 300, 400 yards, doesn't matter how far it's out, you're going to hear it. This plate here is a very thin piece of steel that we heat treated, and it sounds pretty awesome. Well, it was actually heat treated before we got it, because my son-in-law used to work at a machine shop for a food production company, and he'd build all the tractors and stuff. So we got a couple nice pieces of steel that we figured would hold up. And this is just one of them. I'm pretty sure it's heat treated, and it makes just an awesome sound. And I don't know if it's because it has a small point of contact, it has a bead of weld in the back, and that's what's holding this big plate up or not. But here's a full-size hammer here, so you can see the size of the plate. And when you hit it, this thing's gonna be loud, but the thing just bangs out so loud when you smack it. The report that comes back after you shoot, it's incredible. It's almost deafening at this close. So that's pretty cool there. Great for pistol shooting. Shot a lot of rounds in this thing, and there's a couple major scars on it, probably from the 45 or the 44 Magnum or something. But 223s, rifle rounds will zip right through this unless you have the right ammunition and you're shooting it a good ways away. So wouldn't recommend shooting any rifle, any hot rifle rounds, or any long barrel rounds through something like this. But it was a blast. Here's the head on top, and all it is it's a cylinder, I don't know if you can see that, like a stainless steel pipe that we welded in. We welded a flat plate of steel and some weights on it, and this chunk of scrap metal here is just to keep it balanced so it comes back to the ready position. When it's oiled up, it works great. And then for stoppers in the back, we put these two square holes on each side to keep it from sliding right and left. Anyway, you can see the back of the target here, the welds, just a little bead of welds on both sides. And this worked out pretty neat, because when we shot at this, especially with a pistol round, you can go like on the line, you know, low ready, and pull out your gun and shoot as fast as you can, and you get an instant report. And pretty neat, smacking the rounds on that thing. That's been a blast. And the head here too, you hit the top, the whole head spins around, you hit the bottom, the whole head spins around. We just welded some stainless steel washers on here, and I'll show you this right now. Sometimes it doesn't come back to the ready position, but you can just smack another bullet and it'll come right back to where it needs to be. So anyway, these are some of the targets that we made just out of rebar and some steel plate. Some of the stuff you can get at construction sites, some other stuff you can get at Home Depot, whatever. Sometimes throwing that junk away, you know, because it's just too bent up and they can't sell a rebar. But rebar's cheap, steel isn't, but you never know. Scrap yards, recycling places, lot of times they have junk like this, so you can just put together a real nice, sturdy target that'll last you for years and years, just out of junk pieces. Just got to get a hold of somebody with a welder and a cutting torch, and that's about the only 2 tools you need and the materials. So anyway, good luck on making some targets. I hope you guys make some targets and go out there and burn some ammo up, huh? 'Cause that's the only way you're gonna get better. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and hope this gave you some ideas, huh?